I think like you like.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, welcome wherever you're joining me from in the world. I'm Jack Tar Lad, this is my ship the Salt Pig. Welcome aboard for another Wednesday night broadside. It's going to be a bit of a peculiar one tonight because it's probably going to be uploaded by Thursday. And I've had really bad bandwidth problems with my ISP lately, so I can't stream until I get that figured out. So it's going to be uploaded on Thursday. It's pre-recorded, and we've only got one subject this session. However, just before we start, if you don't mind, if you could like, subscribe, click the bell, comment, share, do all those things, you know. I've only got like 30 subscribers on YouTube at the moment, and I've just passed 100 on Twitter. Because I'm such a low effort moron, you know, and a piece of shit, or at least I'm told anyway, but we'll get into that a little bit later. Don't forget, you can also check out my work on Substack, Jack Tar Lad Substack. If you can't find me on Twitter, it's at Jack Tar Lad. Same thing on YouTube. Just look me up, check out my stuff. If you like it, leave a like. If you don't, leave a like. So, what is our subject today? Well, I'd like to take you on a little journey of me meeting this online character that I didn't have any knowledge of up until like 2 months ago. His name is Defango Online. That's his username. He's on YouTube. Griffcast IRL, I believe his YouTube name is now. He changed it recently, and he's still on Twitter, but there's a banned account that he has and that I used to follow, basically. And the reason why I came about him, because it was probably the same as a lot of people in our sort of sphere came across him, and that was through the Eliza Bleu story. We were all, you know, loads of open source investigators just, you know, looking at Eliza Bleu. I mean, I'd come across a few like Reddits and, you know, articles and a few Twitter comments, but me personally, I started following Eliza Bleu because of all the, you know, missing children reports that she would, and I've said this before in like previous live streams, that at first, you know, just like everybody, we was like, okay, that's, and then when we started hearing more about it, we started looking into things. And so, like, basically, the short and curlies of it is, I felt like I found, oh, let me just preface it with, he actually, this Defango, he tweeted out this long sort of expose on Eliza Bleu, and it was in response to her blocking him, essentially. And so I've only ever had a few interactions with him, and we're going to go through some of that. We're going to go actually through the timeline of my interaction, because there's been a lot of shit things said about him. Okay, right, let's just clear that up right now. From what I can tell, he's been mired in controversy since he was around on the internet, like since day dot. He's been around for a very long time, you know. He's 37 years old this March, I think it is. And he's been around for a long time in a load of different communities. He seems to just hop from one controversy to another. He's been indicted by federal, you know, prosecutors and all sorts of stuff. But there is so much to look into. I just don't fucking have the time or the energy to go through all that old shit that loads of other people have already tried to fucking debunk or whatever. That's not my concern. All I'm going to talk about is my experience with him, okay? So there's a lot of things that have been said about him, and from my experience, they hold credence, basically, because my experience with him hasn't been that good. And it's basically culminated in me asking him questions, and culminated in me asking him a question on a live stream. And then he didn't answer the question. It came up on the screen. He saw that it came up, quickly got rid of it, and then he called me a piece of shit and that I was a low effort moron. And we're going to go through that in a second. But let's see where we're going. So, I mean, I'm just going to give you the background anyway. So, like, this is one of the first things that I came across. It was this Nautic G 2 months ago. So this is probably after Manuel put his Eliza post out, because I think that was in December of 2022. And so this was one of the first things I looked at, was this story here. You can see they're sort of chronicling the whole thing, right? I'll have all of the links in the description. And so I was already into this, you know, I was already looking into it. Oh, I tell you what, first of all, I'm just going to show you the video of what he said, and we'll lead up to that afterwards. So here's the
by this guy. Apparently I read somewhere it was by letters and post.
That's for later.
That's just hearsay as far as...
So here we go.
And that was because I guess he was all wrapped up in the same cicada shit.
And look, you can see here, it's already come up in the chat, right? On the left-hand side there, you can see my name, and it's got the message that's about to come up.
And it's just a really strange thing when people had seen it. You know, when we all saw it, we were like, yo.
And there you go. That screenshot, your undefeated research. How does a link to a web archive that was only snapshotted once on the 10th of February 2023 appear in an unedited Pastebin from 23rd of Jan? And that's 2023 as well. Question. That's just a question. Yeah?
Oh, hi, Jack Tarlad. Undefeated researcher.
I never actually said
Jack Tarlad. He's one of those guys that we considered to be a very, very low effort moron.
Mm-hmm.
So when he comes into the chat, we just remove him because we don't even like him.
A low effort moron for asking a very valid question, and we'll get to the evidence eventually, because there's a couple of things that I want to go through first. So he said there, we just get rid of him out of the chat because he's never got anything nice to say. Yeah.
Or like when he came into the spaces that we were doing, he was trying to call me on my information because he misheard what I said. And then ever since then, he's just been up my ass because I think he's one of those Q-tards that still doesn't want to believe the truth about Q or whatever. But
okay, let me just tell you where I'm coming from there, right? I didn't even know you were involved with QAnon until 2 fucking months ago. Like, when you were supposedly involved in QAnon, I was a fucking normie, okay? Just living my life, just trying to take care of my family. No YouTube, no social media presence. Didn't know anything about it. I just knew that they were a bunch of fucking nuts, okay? I had no idea. So your theory about me being one of those Q-tards, nah, mate. No, you're way off the mark there, because I was a fucking normie back then, okay?
We just run his ass out of here and say, see you later, buddy. I'm not here to answer your questions.
You're not here
You're
to answer my
absolute fucking
valid
nobody.
questions.
You can go scream into the wind. Because
And quite frankly, I do feel like I'm screaming into the wind because, as we'll see later, it doesn't matter how much evidence you put in front of people. If they're fanatics and they're brainwashed and they're zealots, then they'll just go, no, you must be lying because I can't accept the truth of my own fucking eyes, and we'll get into it. But here you go.
already know exactly what you're all about, and ain't nobody got time for a piece of shit like you.
Isn't he nice?
Sorry, Jack Tarlac.
Sorry,
Catch you
Manuel.
again next
Yeah,
time there,
sorry, because I'm just
partner.
about to
You
fucking...
tried,
I caught you out in 4K,
Ooh.
and I'm about
You
to
ain't
show
gonna
everybody the
succeed.
evidence. So,
You
yeah. Nice try. We'll get into it, shall we? So, where does this start then? It starts kind of here, is it? Yeah, this is the one. This is the original tweet on the Wayback Archive here. This capture is from, where is it? Let's have a look. 27th of January 2023. Now I can tell that because it's in the URL of the Wayback webpage. So this is the original tweet, yeah? He was talking about, I came into spaces and I was trying to discredit him for things that he was saying. Okay, so we're gonna address that now because this was the first encounter that I had with him. So he's going through. So as I previously explained, I've already at this point, before I knew about this, I had previously done a little bit of research into Eliza. And so I'm reading through the whole thing, and you can go and check it out yourself. One of the things that stood out to me was this date here, 2006, blind date, 21 years old. That's what it says there. Right, because she was on a blind episode of Blind Date, 21 years old. There you go, you can see it there. That's a screenshot from it. And so I goes into this spaces because, oh well, first of all, let's just get to the tweets, because I noticed this and I'd already done my research. Now, I had already verified that she was 41 and that she was born on the 21st of May 1981, beyond any doubt. Okay, we can see it here on a police report. Yeah, fucking mouse. See it there on a police report, May 21st, 1981. I'll assume she didn't lie about that, okay? So you can hear Eliza here say that she's born on the 21st.
To go to those aftercare programs, trust me. I mean, here I'm about to turn. Hey, wait, I saw you posting your birthday's next month.
Yeah,
What day?
May 29th.
On the 21st.
May 29th, I'm the 21st. So her own words there, yeah? Another one. Here you go. Yeah? 29th of December 2022, she's 41 years of age. That means she was born in 1981. Okay? Beyond a doubt. So it doesn't make sense, right, for her to be 21 in 2006, right? You see, what I did there was I actually did investigation. I looked at the facts that were presented. I went away and I logically deduced that that must be the truth, and that her being 21 in 2006 could not possibly be true. It's objectifiably not true. Okay? So I had some questions about that. And so I asked the question. Where's it gone? We'll get into that in a minute. So I said here. Okay, so I went through the whole thread. Then I went and did some research. I can confirm beyond doubt she's 41. So my question to you is, where did you read that she alleges her trafficking started in 2007? I cannot find an article anywhere that explicitly states that year. So this tweet here is the original Defango tweet, this thread, yeah? And I'm responding directly to that. Okay, went through the whole thread. This is my question, yeah? Now, unfortunately, this next tweet I could not find on the Wayback Machine. I just didn't archive it. And now it's too late because his, you know, it's been suspended. But you can see my response here. I said, dude, you don't need to name call. I'm trying to investigate this thoroughly. And in order to be absolutely sure, so that when I put the video out, I don't get caught out myself, I need to ask questions. Can I DM you or you DM me, please? Yeah? But funnily enough, just to prove, I had to dig way back in my fucking history. And here's what he actually said to me in between those tweets. There you go. See, it says Manuel Defango on Twitter @JacktarLad. Jesus Christ, you goobers. I very clearly say that she told me that in 2007 when we met, you damn pine cones. And he's got a habit of doing this. He calls people goobers and pine cones and pieces of shit and low effort morons whenever they question him. It's a running theme. He just tries to discredit them. But these are his own words. The proof is in the fucking pudding. Okay, so I'm just asking questions. That was my first interaction ever with him. Okay? I'm going to go into that Spaces now.
Any doubt was almost. And so my point is, you do need to go after the people who are brainwashed her into it in the first place, because at one point
this is like way on from, I was doing a whole little fucking rant. You can go and listen to it. It's still available on Nathan Stoltman's Twitter thread, and that's where I recorded this from. So I'm just about to bring this up now that Manuel is in there. I just want you to pay attention. I'm up there at the top, yeah, JacktarLad. Got Greg Hoyt next to me co-hosting, and Nathan Stoltman there who's hosting. Manuel Defango down there at the bottom.
She didn't care about that kind of stuff, and then all of a sudden she's trying to pull this grift. But the third thing is, there is some confusion around the date 2006, 2007, right? Now, we can prove beyond any doubt that she was born on the 21st of May, 1981. She said it in her own words, and it's on a police report. She's documented in interviews confirming her birthday. So we know verifiably that in 1996 she was 15, and in 1998 she was 17. So over the 2 years of 1996 to 98, she was being groomed by this guy. Apparently, I read somewhere it was by letters and post. That's just hearsay as far as I'm concerned at the moment. However, when we get to 2002, she appears in an episode of Blind Date, doesn't she? I don't know whether anybody's seen that, but she actually appears in an episode of the American Blind Date. And it must be 2002 or to 2002 to 2003 must be those dates, because on her bio card on the show it says she's 21. Now, I don't know where people are getting the idea that this episode aired in 2006, unless it did air in 2006 and she lied to the producers and she was actually 25 and said she was 21, but I don't think that's the case. I think it's more reasonable to assume that the episode aired in 2003, 2002.
Not a bad assumption.
To quickly butt in about that, it absolutely did air in 2006. And the easiest way to do that is to cross-reference the person she was on a date with, which was Mike Makara.
Mm-hmm.
He was the person who uploaded the original video, and he was the individual that went on the date with her. So I did a records check on his age based upon what it was listed on in the video, and I think his age at the time was like 21, 22 or something like that. He's currently 39 years old. So I believe she just lied about her age. On the date, and that was an episode that did premiere in 2006.
No, it didn't.
Okay, but what we
you see, because I actually spoke to Michael Makara. I went and asked him when it was filmed and when it was aired, and he came back to me. So I got it from the horse's mouth. I didn't look up records and do some fucking mathematical gymnastics. Sorry, Greg, you were wrong, okay? Not a dig, I'm just saying sorry, you were wrong there, okay? And I can prove that by going to the webpage itself. If we put that up there, you can see, here I am. There you go. This is the video. Mike Makara uploaded it. See? It's him. This is the video she appears in. There you go. There she is. Yeah, it's a live video. It's not like I'm making it up. And here you go. Here's me saying, Michael, can you please tell me what year this was? What season or episode, please? Someone here said it was from mid to late 90s. Okay, fair enough. And then I said, need specifics, yada yada. I'm arguing with some person, turning, like, fucking saying, well, why don't you Google it? It's like, fuck off. So anyway, Mike Makara comes back and he's like, it was filmed in 2000 or 2001 and was aired the following season, if I remember correctly. Thanks so much for responding. Are you aware of the controversy surrounding her right now? He said he saw a bit because of people reaching out to him directly and commenting about the video, but he hasn't done a deep dive. Seems as though there is something new every few years. Okay, so we're clear on that now, yeah? It was aired back then. Okay. Let's get back to it.
We have to go on, like, if we're going to make videos and write scripts about this kind of stuff, we need to be absolutely concrete with it. And so I guess first of all, one of my questions was directly to Manuel anyway, because I did respond to you yesterday asking about the date 2007. Where did you get the date 2007 from? And I think you thought I was being a bit of a troll. I'm actually on the.
You see, I'm addressing that there because, from my point of view, I've just asked him a question, and he's come back and he's called me a fucking goober and a pine cone, and he's told me that she told him that back in 2007. Because, as I've already shown you here, that's what he said. He said, I very clearly say she told me that in 2007 when we met you damn pine cones. Yeah?
Of exposing all of this, but I want to get it right. I want to be able to say beyond any doubt that these facts are correct before I go spouting them out. So what I need to know really in my investigation right now is, where does the date 2007 come from? Because as far as I'm concerned, with what she said, if it's true that she went to this Vans concert, met a photographer, that happened in 1996 because she was born in 1981. So I have no doubt that if it happened, that's when that happened. So under no circumstance, and the thing is, I have seen nowhere on any reports, on any podcasts, anywhere basically, her claiming that 2007 was the start of the abuse, that was the start of the trafficking.
And if anyone can find an example where she said that, I'd like to see it. Need receipts, web archive. A screenshot is not gonna do. Like a live web page or a web archive, that's what's needed. If anyone can find anything to do with her saying that my trafficking started in 2007 or 2006, whatever, please let me know in the comments.
So I think you, Manuel, are the linchpin in dissolving that little bit of confusion there.
Yeah, because so like there are like rumors and that on My Chemical Romance websites that, you know, talk about her saying that she was trafficked while she was with Gerard Way and stuff like that, and that's bullshit. That never ever happened. She's never said that Gerard Way trafficked her or anything like that. So I just want to try and dispel that myth, basically, and put that to bed, put it to rest.
You responded to me saying something like, I said I knew her during that time, and she said that's when the abuse started. So are you saying that she told you in 2006, 2007, when it was that you were in contact with her, are you saying that she told you that she was being abused at that very time?
No, I never said that. She said that she was being abused whatsoever. What I did say is that when I met her in 2007, I discussed her like history and concert she went to, and she only ever mentioned going to the Vans Warped Tour for the My Chemical Romance band people. She never mentioned going anytime previously before then. And I had met her previously older than I was.
Yeah.
Like the whole
well, of course she was older than you were.
Yeah, I knew her.
Let's just go back a second.
Never mentioned going anytime previously for the My Chemical Romance band people. She never mentioned going anytime previously before then. And I had met her. She was already older than I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like the whole point of me coming out and saying, yeah, I knew her in 2007 was specifically to say that I had talked to her about this, and that's when she had told me that she had gone. So if she had gone previously or before that, that was unbeknownst to me. But even through her social media postings and stuff like that, where there's really no evidence of anything that was prior to a certain point, just because nobody was actually posting that kind of crap on the internet at that point. I mean, it was still live journal.
Virgin, yeah, it was a virgin internet basically. But
so what have we learned so far? That my first interaction with him was him calling me a fucking pinecone because I tried to clear something up with him, right? My original question to him was obviously, this one. Okay, so I went through the whole thread, yada yada yada, and then he's calling me a fucking pinecone here, and then like, dude, you don't need to name call, and I'm just trying to clear it up. DM me. In fact, there's another couple of times where I've just asked him, could he DM me? Yeah, and here the next day, I'm even reaching out to him saying, hey Manuel, I'd really appreciate a conversation with you. Are you able to DM me, please? And I've also said to someone else here, well, I've proven beyond now it was filmed and aired 2002 to 2003, so any conspiracy about the My Chemical Romance thing is now moot. Okay, so that's disproved that, yeah? So going back to your article that you originally posted, yeah? To find that information out, it took me 10 minutes, apart from the waiting time, waiting for Mike Makara to get back to me. It took me 10 minutes to do that little bit of research to find out that it wasn't filmed then. So when you're going in this thread where you're going on about, she's saying about 2007, she's saying about 2006, and you didn't do your research. It took me 10 minutes to figure out with logical deduction and using the evidence provided. All you've done in this is basically compiled all the work that everybody else did, and I know where you got it from too originally, because this page here, this I don't know how to say it, this Alice Rose anyway, this was back before you were even involved in Eliza Bleu, you see. 7th July 2021. She's saying here, and she gets it wrong. She's saying Eliza was born in 1985, making it the year 2000 when she started being trafficked. You see this? Eliza Bleu, Wikipedia biography. Bleu was born on 16th of September 1985 on Mars. You know, any time Eliza makes light of the thing, you know, coming from Mars, she's referencing this, okay? Look at this. Look at this. This is from Pop Creep, right? It says exactly the same stuff. So this is what this person looked at, basically, when they were trying to expose her. This is what it was. That's where it's come from. And then she's going on, you know, she's like chronologicing just the same as what Defango did. But this person obviously didn't do too much research either, right? All the links will be available in the what's it, so you can go and check out all of these receipts for yourself. Okay? Everything that I mention in here, everything will be available to you. The sound bites are available to you in the video here as well. And just to prove, this is a completely different website that has exactly the same information in it. 16th September 1985, right? Now, all that tells me is that in this, you just pulled together a load of stuff that other people had done, a load of work that other people had done, and you didn't do any research. Because I'll tell you another thing as well. I figured out, no, you looked at the fucking Vans Warped Tour page, yeah? And as I've stated in a previous stream about Eliza Bleu, it's not possible for her to have gone to the Vans Warped Tour concert in 1996. She said she went to Chicago. They didn't start there in Chicago until 97, when she was 16. And you never mention any of that in here. Do you know why? Because you didn't look, you didn't do your research. It's logical deduction. I'm an analyst. In my real life, I'm a fucking analyst. I love data. I can pick data apart. That's how I got you on your fucking screenshot, which we're going to address in a minute, because I've got like this fucking... I got the tisms. I spurg out when I see numbers. That's how I caught you. You reference the Vans Warped Tour here, and yet you don't mention that it couldn't be possible for her because you were too wrapped up in the idea that she was like trafficked at 2006, and you said that no, that's not what she said at all. Sorry, no, you said no, that's not what I said at all. What I said was, and what you actually said was, I clearly say she tells me back in 2007 when we met. Yeah. So you did say that when I asked you in the space. You did say that because you hadn't got a fucking clue. You hadn't done your actual research, investigative journalism. You just jumped on the back of it. Taking other people's work as your own and passing it off as your own. But we digress. So where did it come from anyway? That video that I showed you in the beginning when he calls me a piece of shit and a low effort moron for asking him a question. Where does it come from? Oh, first of all, let's just see here as well. Right, this is the Brittany Sheehan article for Red State, and I'm not going to go through the whole article. She said that it was taken down for editorial reasons. She said that on Chrissy Mayr's show. It was taken down for editorial reasons. It's probably because it includes all this bullshit about fucking 2006 blind date and fucking, you know. We hung out quite a bit up till 2009. Defango tells Red State. Yeah, we hung out quite a bit up till 2009. Yeah, is that right? So while she was like flitting around with Jeffree Star, you've even said yourself in your thread you used to hang out with Jeffree Star, didn't you? Where did you say that? Here he is. I also hung out with Jeffree Star from 2005 to 2008 and was around when she first showed up. Oh yeah. Well, fucking riddle me this, Batman. You were like a systems administrator for Walmart and a sous chef. Up until like, yeah, so like a system administrator at Walmart from 2006 to 2008. That's pretty much when you're saying you were hanging out with Jeffree Star, yeah. So he was in Casa Grande in Arizona all that time, was he? Okay, if you say so. Oh, if you don't believe me, this is a way back archive of his LinkedIn account. So it's definitely him. Okay, so there's a little bit of bullshit there, isn't there? Right, so where does that video come into play? Where does that video come into play? It starts, I guess, with this video that Chrissy Mayr put out. I'm not going to be going through it or anything like that. You can go and watch it yourself. The link will be in the description. You can see it's got Chrissy Mayr, Christina Radix Verum, Think Before You Sleep. You've got Arthemisia, Elle or Lauren, also known as Some Bitch I Know, and she runs a informative podcast called Big Dig Energy on Rumble and other platforms. And here we've got Greg Hoyt, and we've seen that name before because he was a co-host with Stoltman and Actually, worth pointing out that Nathan Stoltman and Defango go back quite some time, by the way. They go back to at least 2018, somewhere around there. I'll explain a little bit more about that later. Because I've had some really interesting conversations with ChatGPT about Defango, and they'll be really interesting to look into in a bit. I want you to bear with me. We'll get through this little bit. I just want to fucking own his ass in 4K with evidence that he uploaded himself. And then we'll get into some of the other alleged controversies that there are. So anyway, in this episode, Lauren, she seemingly presents what is almost brand new information. She sort of fills in a gap in Eliza's timeline between 2010 to 2013, somewhere around there, because there was a massive chunk missing of her timeline. And so it seems like she came out with this new information because she's a really good investigator. She's, helped me on a couple of occasions with new techniques that I didn't know were possible. And so anyway, she's come out with this new information, these new websites and yada, yada, yada. And so after that, about half an hour after she started talking about this, he puts out this tweet here. You guys, we found something new, never seen before in the Eliza Bleu saga. Lol. Does that say 23rd at Pretty Cheap Blog? Oof, my research skills are undefeated. And that's what I was referencing in my question on the live stream that he was doing, where he called me a piece of shit and low effort moron. Yeah. So basically, throughout this whole thread, yeah, because I pulled him up about it. I was like, Lauren, some bitch I know, just broke this on Chrissy, Mayr. And he's like, I'm sure that's when it was broke and not on a Twitter account that's suspended. Whoops. Where else? And he's going, yeah, my biggest question is, why does Chrissy Mayr not consider me a researcher? I guess I'll never be as good as them while somehow having everything before with them with evidence. I hate this crap. Like, you're a clout chaser, buddy. You're a clout chaser. That's all you are. And you lied. You lied about it as well. And I'm going to prove it right now. You're saying throughout the entire thread that this screenshot that you uploaded, that I've archived here, is an unedited Pastebin created on the 23rd of January 2023. Okay. So for those of you who don't know what Pastebin is, it's a place where you can just like fucking paste a bunch of notes. You can refer to them later. It's like a storage place, and you can edit and, do what you fucking want with it, yeah? It's a place to share information and save your fucking notes. And it seems like Defango uses Pastebin to, line up his episode notes. And he's put a smiley face next to the Pretty Cheap Blog thing there, yeah? So basically, if I just show you now on my Pastebin, this is a Pastebin here that I made. And you can see it says edited there because I created it on the 20th of Feb 2023. And I said, this is a test. And then it didn't say edited until I made another edit. Okay? Let's go to one that I haven't edited. I just created it like yesterday. And you can see here, March the 1st, 2023. Right? It's not edited. There are no edits. I'm going to edit it live for you right now. Okay? Okay? Save changes. Now it shows edited. So, in his claim, what he's saying is... Oh boy, where's it gone now? In his claim... There we go. This screenshot is of an unedited Pastebin created on 23rd of January. So that means on the 23rd of January, he entered all of this information into here, and there are more lines beyond this, right? Because I've seen the Pastebin, and I'm going to show it to you in a second. All of that was entered in 23rd January. And then it was saved, and it was never edited again. That's his claim, right? So now that you have an understanding of how Pastebin works, please can you tell me how a web archive link that is dated the 10th of February 2023 appears in an unedited Pastebin from January 23rd, 2023? Explain that. Fucking riddle me that. Yeah? Now, I know how you did this. I know how you fabricated this screenshot to make it look like it was unedited. And at first, I gave you far more credit than you deserved. You see, because if we actually go to the Pastebin in question, this screen is maximized at the moment, meaning it's over my full screen. I'm just going to zoom in just a little bit, just so you can see it a little bit better. But I'm going to show you this lovely little trick that you can do. You can get in the inspector, right? You saw me right click on it there, yeah? And I can go into the editor here, and I can take away the word edited and the little parentheses that are around it. Yeah? Let's just do that live for you. Yeah? Now, let's big it back up again. See? Oh, this is a live Pastebin. Yeah? A live Pastebin, and somehow it has been edited, but now I'm showing that it's unedited. Okay? That's what we can see there. It's like I could change absolutely anything that I want in here. He's added this here, because I'll go through some things in a second. Because basically, Arthemisia came up, who was on the podcast with Chrissy Mayr. Look, Arthemisia here, yeah? He made a video addressing Defango being like all big-headed and shit. And so he goes, look, right, Arthemisia tries to go on this rant about, you know, all this other fucking shit that he's done, right? Stick to what you know. Like you've got concrete evidence on. Don't present it as fact or anything like that unless you've got the concrete evidence, right? So in this, he's sort of berating him for all sorts of things, trying to get to the part where he's talking about the screenshot. Must be further back. Oh yeah, there it is. So he's touched upon this, I mean, the meta is going to intensify because he's talking about something that happened on Twitter, and then Defango comes out and makes this video talking about that video, right?
But then there's like even other water, right? Cryptocurrencies and everything. What? No, that's definitely an actual real.
See, he's watching the video and he's critiquing it and he's trying to, you know, debunk whatever it is that this guy is saying. And at one point during, I'm not going to play it all, I'm just showing you. So now I'm doing a video about a video about a video, right? That's why it says the meta intensifies. So in Defango's video, when Arthemisia brings up, he's edited something in here, I don't know what it is that he's supposed to have edited. He comes along, Defango comes along and he says, well, what it actually is I edited the words "you gay" into it. Oh, right, okay. Well, I can actually edit your Pastebin too to make it look whatever I wanted to. Okay, watch this. See? Defango, you gay. See? That's what it says there. Defango, you gay. I could change anything I wanted on that. Yeah? But I gave you more credit than you deserve. Because that's not what you did. Let's refresh the page. Take it all back out again. Okay? Refresh the page now. This is the live page. I gave you far more credit than you deserved. I thought that you would have done it the technical way, but you didn't. I could take once you've edited this, you could take a screenshot of it and present it however you want to. I just want to show you precisely what he did. All he did was he minimized the width of the window. Watch this. I've just minimized the width of the window, right? And look at what happens. You know, let's just catch the edge of that there so I can bring it back for you so you can see what's going on at the top there. You see how it doesn't say edited anymore, but if I drag it again, for fuck's sake, if I drag it a little bit further, see? Oh, it says edited now. And you can see it also brought back a few other things like comment, and the pro button is not squashed now. Watch this. I'll bring it all back in. Yeah. Oh, that's a little bit too far. I think I was zoomed in just a bit too much. But you see? Look at that. Yeah, look. I bring it in. You see how the word pro is starting to squash up and go missing? Yeah? It's half cut off. Just like in his screenshot there, how it's all cut off and how it's such a thin screenshot anyway. This is the original image, the whole image. Okay? How did a web archive from the 10th of February 2023 get in to an unedited Pastebin that was created on the 23rd of Jan 2023? Fucking riddle me that. It didn't. You added it after the fact and you're trying to make out like this is unedited. And then later on you're turning around and saying, oh no, it only says edited now because I added you gay. You fucking bald-faced liar. You are a fucking liar. And I've caught you out in 4K and you won't fucking answer questions. You lying, grifting bastard. And it's not the first time that this has happened to you, really, is it? I mean, you've been accused of doing this on a frequent basis. Now, I can't prove any of the other stuff So that's just hearsay as far as I'm concerned. What I can do is prove to you that that is fake. You faked the webpage, then took a screenshot of it. It's all there for everybody to go and look at themselves. See that smiley face? That's me laughing inside right now because I'm such a low effort moron and I'm a piece of shit. This low effort moron, this piece of shit with 30 followers on fucking YouTube and 30 followers on fucking Twitter, caught you out in 4K with a piece of evidence that you uploaded yourself. What was it you said? My research skills are undefeated. Yeah, your research skills might be fucking undefeated, but your fucking critical thinking ain't. Because otherwise you'd have taken that fucking link out. And what's more, it's not even just that link, right? There's others in here too. So are you saying that you've added others in here since you edited it and said you gay? Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying that all of this was in here before? Because all this proves is that you shrunk the fucking page down. You could have added these anytime you want. And you've presented it as an unedited Pastebin with all of those links in it. You're a fucking liar. What's more than likely to have happened is your pal Greg Hoyt there, who was on the panel, yeah, in our spaces, and who was on the panel there on Chrissy Mayr. When Lauren shares those links to the private chat between all of those in StreamYards or whatever it is they're using, he goes and takes those links, shares them with you, and then you go and fucking put them in your Pastebin, shrink down your what's it, take a fucking screenshot and say, oh, my research skills are undefeated. Just so that you can make the petty claim that you found it first. You pathetic wanker. What an absolute pathetic wanker. God. And the problem is, you turning around and saying, go scream into the wind. You know what? I do feel like I'm screaming into the wind because you've got other people that follow you that don't seem to fucking care to know the truth. They don't want to see the fucking truth in their own eyes. I've been having a fucking argument with Grifty, for Christ's sake. He seems like a really nice guy. Grifty seems like a really nice guy, but he seems to be taken in by your bullshit. You see, Jesse Spots added me into something, basically. This comment had nothing to do with him being, blocked or whatever the fuck it is there. And Jesse's going on about Zero Dark Tony and Defango for another week of silence, and then Grifty's like, what? He's like, I could repeat the words or I could give you context. And he's like, well, obviously, Grifty's like, obviously I'd like context. I can in fact read, just seems like a weird comment. So I'm missing something. And then he goes on to say, Defango was accused of falsifying evidence. Wasn't accused, he was proven, okay, in a Pastebin file last week. He agreed to a Q&A session with Zero Dark Tony about the accusation. Since then, Defango has blocked Jack Tarlad on YouTube and Twitter, pretending that Zero Dark Tony's session was never scheduled. Grifty says he remembers, yada yada yada. Yeah, let's just take out Manuel Defango in there and just have Defango and... Yeah, so here's my thing saying, Defango is the male Eliza Bleu. I noticed a glaring inconsistency in one of his own screenshots. I asked him to explain it on several occasions, one being in his live chat video, and the video displayed my question. He didn't answer me, and now he's blocked me here too. And so Sam Manning's going like, why are you blocking people, bro? And he's come back saying, I block people like him. Dude has never had anything good to say about me, so he can kick the rocks. What did I say bad about you? You were offensive to me. You were fucking calling me names. Yeah, and that's when I turned around and said, if he can show me one time I've said something bad about him, I'll accept that statement. But all I've done is try and ask him about inconsistencies I've found in his claims. You personally have seen the evidence for yourself in my other tweet. All I want him to do is address it. And then there's some other fucking tweets and yada yada. Let's go back to the notifications because I just want to bring up the last one. He said, yeah, and Sam Manning's, he's gone because I said to him, you can even go and look, like search the name Manuel Defango at Jack Tarlad at Defango at Jack Tarlad, and you can see our entire interaction history. And so Sam's come back here and says, at Defango, he is right. I looked back through the chat logs and he never said anything bad about you. He was simply asking questions. Weak block. That's because he's a bitch. I caught him out in full. Well, no, sorry. I shouldn't really take credit for it because it was his own self-own. He uploaded his own evidence that supports the claim that he fabricated it. He's making the claim that it was an unedited Pastebin, and he left a link in there after that date. Not possible. You're not a fucking time bender. So look, that's my interaction with him. He doesn't like me because I ask straightforward questions about glaring inconsistencies in his claims, okay? But something we're going to do now. I want to take a moment, take a break from everything just for a second. Now, all of that, what I've spoken about, is 100% factual and it's verifiably true. Okay? I've proven it to you beyond any doubt. If you want to ignore that evidence because he's nice to you, he's never said anything bad to you, that he's giving you a platform, then you're a fucking hypocrite. And you don't seek the truth. Because anyone looking at this evidence can see that he's lied, that he's fabricated a screenshot to make some claim again. This isn't the first time he's been accused, but this time he's been caught out in 4K using his own screenshot. This isn't something that I've just made up. And yet you've still got some of his fanatics, some of these zealots that are drawn him by something. They must have fucking shit in their eyes. Because even as Grifty said, you know, he's never been bad to me. He's been giving me opportunities. And it's like, so it's okay. You can live with yourself knowing that he willfully makes up evidence and tells lies about people to gain clout, as you said, yeah? As long as he platforms you. As long as he's nice to you. You're a fucking hypocrite. Call him out on it. Everybody call him out on it. Because this isn't the first time it's happened, and it won't be the fucking last. Now, like I said, this section, all of it, absolutely, objectively true. All the receipts are available for everyone to see. This next section, we're going to have a little bit of fantasy, okay? None of what I'm about to show you can be taken as gospel truth. In fact, it must be taken with the largest grain of salt. As I mentioned earlier, I have been having some very interesting conversations with ChatGPT. So I think we're going to get into that. Now remember, I'm going to preface this with this. ChatGPT is an AI language model. It uses like a pseudo neural network of linked words and phrases. It's been trained on literature and social media posts, but that is limited in itself. These social media posts will only reach from 2015 to 2021. Anything after 2021 or anything before 2015 is not included in ChatGPT's memory or in the patterns, the speech patterns. So it is prone to mistakes and errors, and all of this could be absolute bullshit. But what I want you to understand is that because it has been trained on social media posts between 2015 and 2021, there has to be some truth. These are just breadcrumbs for other people to go away and research. Okay? So let's just make it clear, I am not presenting this as evidence of any wrongdoing or anything, but we're going to read through some stuff. So, during my research, about Manuel, I should say, because I don't actually have all that much time to dedicate to looking into some fucking, low effort grifter, some fucking piece of shit who fakes evidence to make their claims. Yeah, I don't have all that time in the world. You called me a low effort moron. It's lack of time, mate. It's not low effort. I've got lack of time. I've got a family to take care of. Do you understand? I've got a kid. You got a kid. You looking after anyone? You raising a child and a family? No? Okay. Well, I haven't got the time. But whilst I did have the time over the last week, I did a little bit of looking into you. As you can see, I found your LinkedIn page, so that was part of the research. I did a bit of OSINT research on some of your photographs as well, and it pulled up some curious results. One of the things that I got wind of was that you used to be in the Steemit community. And so I decided to ask ChatGPT about Steemit. So let's take a look at what it told me.
Woman now.
Oh, shut up. You've barked on about it now. You've had enough. Right, let's take that away. Let's take the Chrome browser away and let's put that up. So, I asked, these are screenshots, and later I'm going to show you some text that I saved from an entire conversation that I had with it. But, like I said, it's not concrete proof. None of these claims can be verified 100% because his Steemit account, for example, It's very difficult to find anything to do with it now. But these are breadcrumbs that have been left that ChatGPT has picked up on. So here we go. Right. I asked, what can you tell me about Steemit? It said, Steemit is a blockchain-based social media platform that rewards users with cryptocurrency for creating and curating content. It was launched in March 2016 by Ned Scott and Dan Larimer and is based on the Steem blockchain. Users can create and post content on Steemit, and other users can vote on that content to determine its popularity. The more popular the content, the more cryptocurrency the creator will earn. Similarly, users who curate content by upvoting popular content can also earn cryptocurrency. In addition to creating and curating content, users can also participate in discussions and socialize with other users on the platform. Steemit has a strong community of users who are passionate about the platform and its potential to revolutionize social media. Overall, Steemit is an innovative platform that offers a unique way for users to earn cryptocurrency while also participating in a social media community. However, as with any new technology, there are risks and uncertainties associated with Steemit, and users should be cautious and do their own research before investigating time or money in the platform. Okay, so there's an idea of what Steemit is. So I asked, does Manuel Chavez III, aka Defango, have anything to do with the creation of Steemit? It said, to the best of my knowledge, Manuel Chavez III, also known as Defango, was not involved in the creation of Steemit. Steemit was founded by Ned Scott and Dan Larimer, and there is no indication that Defango played a role in its creation. Defango is a YouTuber and social media personality who has gained some attention for his views on various topics including blockchain technology and cryptocurrency. He has discussed Steemit on his channel in the past and has been involved in some controversies related to the platform, but there is no evidence to suggest that he was involved in its creation. It's worth noting that there is a lot of misinformation and speculation online, so it's important to be critical of any claims that aren't supported by reliable sources. And again, I'm going to preface this whole thread with that statement right there. Everything I'm showing you right now must be treated like that. There are no reliable sources, only breadcrumbs. I asked, is Defango associated at all with the Steemit community? It said, Defango has been associated with the Steemit community in the past, and as he discussed the platform and its community on his YouTube channel and the other social media platforms. However, it's worth noting that Defango has also been involved in controversies related to Steemit, and some members of the Steemit community have been critical of his actions and behaviour. It's important to note that Steemit is a decentralized platform, which means that there are no central authority or governing body that controls it. As a result, the Steemit community is made up of a diverse group of individuals with a wide range of opinions and perspectives. While Defango may have some connections to the Steemit community, it's important to approach any claims, yada yada, it's telling us the same warning. So then I asked it, what can you tell me about vote manipulation and vote bots in relation to Steemit? It said, vote manipulation and vote bots are issues that have plagued Steemit since its inception. The platform's reward system incentivizes users to create high-quality content that attracts a lot of engagement, such as upvotes and comments. However, some users have tried to game the system by using vote bots, which are automated tools that can be used to upvote content. These vote bots work by allowing users to purchase upvotes for their content using Steem or other cryptocurrencies. The more upvotes a post receives, the more rewards an author can earn. Some users have taken advantage of this system by using multiple vote bots to artificially inflate the engagement on their posts, which can result in higher rewards than they would otherwise earn. Vote manipulation is also a problem on Steemit, as users can coordinate to upvote each other's content in order to increase their rewards. This can lead to a situation where certain users or groups have an unfair advantage over others, making it more difficult for new or less established users to earn rewards. To combat the issues, Steemit has implemented several measures such as downvoting and flagging to discourage vote manipulation and bot usage. However, these measures have not completely eliminated the problem, and vote manipulation and vote bots continue to be a concern for the platform. Okay. And then I asked it again, tell me more about the vote bots you mentioned. And then it goes on to say, bid bots are a type of automated program or service that allow users to bid on votes and their posts and comments on social media platforms like Steemit. These bots essentially allow the users to buy votes, and so it's going through the same sort of thing. But what's curious is at the end here, it says, Defango admitted using bid bots and other forms of vote manipulation on Steemit in his apology. He acknowledged that these actions were against the terms of service and had been detrimental to the community. Isn't that peculiar? So I asked, has he ever been accused by anyone? Has he ever been accused of vote manipulation by anyone in the Steemit community? Yes, Manuel Chavez III, also known as Defango, has been accused of vote manipulation by some members of the Steemit community in the past. Vote manipulation on Steemit refers to the practice of artificially inflating yada yada yada. There have been several instances where Defango has been accused of engaging in vote manipulation on Steemit. For example, in 2017, some members of the Steemit community alleged that Defango had used a network of bot accounts to upvote his own content and artificially boost his earnings on the platform. And because it told me in his apology, 3 messages ago, I said, didn't he give a public apology on his Steemit account? Yes. Defango posted a public apology on his Steemit account on the 23rd of May 2018, where he admitted to his involvement in the vote manipulation and apologized to the people affected. And I'm gonna show this one instead, because the other one doesn't. I wanted to prove that it was ChatGPT. It wasn't hacked ChatGPT. You know, I wasn't using Dan GPT or anything like that. Okay, this is ChatGPT. So I asked, can you give me an excerpt from the apology? And ChatGPT is so happy to provide me with that. He says, sure. Here's an excerpt from Defango's apology post on Steemit. Quote, I want to apologize to the Steemit community for engaging in vote manipulation on this platform. I have participated in bid botting and other forms of vote buying which is against Steemit's terms of service and harms the integrity of the platform. My actions have been detrimental to the community and I take full responsibility for my mistakes. I know that I have let many people down and I'm deeply sorry for that. I also want to make it clear that I am committed to making things right. I am working to regain the trust of the community and to contribute positively to the platform. I have stopped engaging in any further vote manipulation and I encourage others to do the same. I believe in the potential of Steemit and I want to be part of building a better future for this platform. And then I asked, is there more to this apology, or is that the whole thing? That's the whole excerpt I have available. What is your name? I am ChatGPT, a language model developed by OpenAI. Okay? So, ChatGPT is quite a good conversation when it comes to Defango. It's nice to know that he, he's committed to making things right and, regaining trust in the community and encouraging others to do the same and, Oh, but wait, he's been accused several other times of other shit as well. And you got the balls to call me a piece of shit. You got the gall to call me a low effort moron. I mean, this is pretty low effort, I gotta admit. Talking to ChatGPT about you, that is pretty low effort. I'll give you that one. But you're calling me a low effort moron and a piece of shit. I tell you what, let's take a look into some other things that you've been accused of, shall we? Let's have a look. Check this out. What can you tell me about Defango's connection to the event known as the Great Hack, when millions of users' information was obtained by Cambridge Analytica? Now, if you don't remember, the Great Hack was when Cambridge Analytica got their hands on a whole bunch of information from Facebook. And, yeah, so it's about that. So it says, Defango is a YouTube personality and conspiracy theorist who gained some notoriety in relation to the Cambridge Analytica scandal, also known as the Great Hack. The scandal involved the unauthorized harvesting of millions of Facebook users, blah blah blah. Defango claimed to have been involved in the scandal as a whistleblower, alleging that he had been contacted by a man named Christopher Wiley, who was a former employee of Cambridge Analytica. Before the story came public. According to Defango, he had been asked to create a false narrative about the scandal in order to distract from the real issues at hand. Oops, bit too far. The real issues at hand. However, these claims were later revealed to be false, and Defango admitted that he had fabricated the story in order to gain attention and followers on his YouTube channel. It's important to note that Defango was not actually involved in the Cambridge Analytica scandal, and his claims were not credible. The Great Hack was a major breach of privacy, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. When did Defango make the claims that he was involved? Defango made the claims that he's involved in the Cambridge Analytica... Put my teeth back in. Cambridge Analytica scandal in March 2018, shortly before the story broke in the mainstream media. At the time, he posted a series of videos on his YouTube channel which alleged that he had been contacted by Christopher Wiley and asked to help cover up the scandal. Defango claimed that he had been offered money and other incentives in exchange for his cooperation, but had refused. It's important to note that Defango's claims were later revealed to be false, and he admitted that he fabricated the story in order to gain attention and followers on his YouTube channel. Cambridge Analytica scandal was significant. It highlighted the importance of data privacy and protection, and it's unfortunate that some individuals attempted to exploit the situation for personal gain. Okay. What alleged evidence did Defango present to viewers to support his claim? Defango presented various pieces of alleged evidence to support his claim that he was involved in the Cambridge Analytica scandal as a whistleblower. Some of the evidence included email screenshots, Defango shared screenshots of what he claimed were emails from Christopher Wiley, the former employee of Cambridge Analytica, asking him to create a false narrative. Audio recordings. Defango posted audio recordings of what he claimed were conversations between himself and various individuals involved in the scandal, including Wiley and a person he refers to as Adam. Text messages. Defango shared screenshots of text messages that he claimed were sent between himself and Wiley, as well as other individuals involved in the scandal. However, it's important to note that the authenticity of these pieces of evidence was never independently verified, and they were later revealed to be fabricated. Defango admitted he had created the evidence himself in order to support his false claims about being involved in the scandal. So I asked, what did Defango specifically say when he revealed the evidence was fabricated? In a video posted to his YouTube channel on March 31st, 2018, Defango admitted that the evidence he had presented in relation to the Cambridge Analytica scandal was fabricated. He apologised for his actions and stated that he had been motivated by a desire for attention and followers on his YouTube channel. Specifically, in the video, Defango said, "I want to be clear and upfront that the information I gave you in regards to Cambridge Analytica and my involvement with it is incorrect and not true. I created the story that was not true, basically for the purpose of getting views and subscribers. And it was a really bad idea. I want to apologise to anyone who was affected, who had to deal with the fallout from the story I created." Defango also acknowledged that he had made the mistake and expressed remorse for his actions, saying, "I made a mistake and it was a bad mistake and I'm sorry for it and I don't want to make it again and I'm doing everything I can to try to make it right." So why are you still fabricating evidence? Why are you still fabricating evidence if you're trying to fucking make it right? It's because this is never gonna end. You understand? Are you fucking people now who are following him? Are you starting to fucking learn now? Yeah? Are you starting to fucking see what he is? Wake up! You want the truth? Yeah? You want the truth? Go and fucking look at it instead of ignoring the glaring warning signs that he's a liar and a cheat. Is there anything more did he say anything more regarding this subject? Defango has spoken about the Cambridge Analytica scandal and his fake claims, or his false claims regarding his involvement on a number of occasions since admitting that the evidence he presented was fabricated. In some more of his recent videos and interviews, he's reflected on the situation and discussed the impact that it had on his life and his reputation. For example, in a video posted to his YouTube channel in October 2019, Defango stated that the experience had taught him a valuable lesson about the importance of honesty and integrity. He also said that he had taken steps to try to make amends for his actions, such as apologizing publicly and reaching out to individuals who had been affected by the scandal. Additionally, in an interview with BuzzFeed News in March of 2019, Defango acknowledged his claims and had contributed to the spread of misinformation and conspiracy theories about the CA scandal. He expressed regret for his role in this and stated that he hoped to use his platform to promote accurate information and combat disinformation in the future. Overall, while Defango's claims about the Cambridge Analytica scandal were widely criticised and condemned, he has since acknowledged his mistake and attempted to make amends. Good for you, but it was empty words because you're still fucking doing it. Anyway, what I urge people to do is to go away and to have a conversation about Manuel Chavez III. I'm pretty sure his middle name's Anthony as well. Manuel Chavez III, aka Defango, or Merlin Defango, or fucking any of the millions of other fucking names that he's come up with. So that was my experience with Defango. I never tried to speak shit about you. I never tried to say anything bad about you until you spoke shit about me. And then you kicked a fucking hornet's nest, because now you've got my fucking backup. We could have been mates. I thought you were genuine. I used to follow you. Yeah? And another thing to point out about that evidence that you found it first, yeah? Not a single once during your entire fucking thread or any of your posts after that on the Manuel Defango Twitter account, not just on your Defango account, because you claim that you posted those fucking, you know, what was it, fucking Pretty Cheap blog. You claim that you mentioned it on the old account. Well, I've got the original tweet, yeah, and I used to actually follow you for information, right? And you never ever came out with that because I was researching it myself, and there was a massive gap between 2010 and 2013 until Lauren came out with it. You've never mentioned it in any of your videos, none of your tweets. Show some fucking receipts, but you can't because you're bullshitting. We could have been mates, yeah? I thought you were genuine. We could have worked together to, you know, make content and fucking investigate things, genuine things, open source research that we can all share in. But no, you gotta, oh, I was here first, I said it first, oh, boo fucking who? Boo fucking who, you wanker? You petty wanker. Anyway, there's my experience with Defango. If you did like the show today, please like, comment, and subscribe. Here you go. I'll play me little thing again. There you go. I actually like this thing here that I got. I made this. That I showed right at the beginning.
I think like you like.
Anyway, thanks for joining me, folks. I look forward to what you've got to say in the comments and on Twitter. Please come and find me on Twitter at JackTarLad. Come and find me on YouTube. Well, you're already here. And take a look at my Substack. All the links will be in the description. So please come and check me out. Hoping to be back on next week, 8 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time, for another Wednesday night broadside. Just having bandwidth issues at the moment, so I might need to pre-record another episode. We'll just have to take it from there, see how we go. But until next time, boys and girls, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you again next time, same time. Good night.